Hi everyone, this is Donnie Lowy from Closeout Hope you're doing well today. Today I'd like to discuss you about wholesale clothing vintage sales. Now, wholesale clothing vintage sales is a pretty big business. It could present a very good opportunity for you. Now, when you do wholesale clothing vintage sales, you want to focus first of all on the brands that are popular in your area and in the fashions that are popular in your area. Now, vintage basically means clothing that's old, but the thing is that depends on the area that you are. There's different clothing that's popular to different people. Now, for example, Levi jeans are really popular, especially in the vintage market, but there are different Levi model jeans, and depending where you sell to, some are going to be popular, some might not be, and some will be more popular than others. The same thing is with handbags. There can be some older style handbags that are very popular, some brands that are popular, and some that aren't. And what I've seen, especially with vintage clothing, is that some brands come in, they become very popular, and then they quickly fade out. So if you are going to be dealing with vintage clothing, then you want to make sure that you stay on top of the trends. Now, you can go to thrift stores to look for vintage clothing. You can actually go to donation centers. You can contact the corporate offices of donation companies such as Salvation Army. You can find out, if they sell used clothing, if they'll allow you to visit their location and sift through the clothing and make your own selection. Even if you have to pay more for it, I think it's worth it to make your own selection than just buying in bulk. But of course, it's a matter about doing the math and seeing which way makes more sense for you. All right, and once you have that vintage clothing, you can either sell it on eBay, sell it at a flea market, sell it in your own store, but make it very clear that the clothing is used, but that it's vintage, so people see the value of it. If you're just going to sell used clothing, then people might not be that interested. But if you show them that it's an older pair of Levi jeans, and they see that it's a very popular model, and you explain that to them, then they're going to realize the value of what it is that you're offering. My website is closeoutexplosion.com.